This could be one of the most dangerous escalations in West Asia in decades, and Iran now finds itself with very limited strategic choices. In a dramatic turn of events, coordinated strikes by the United States and Israel have targeted not only Iran's military infrastructure but also the very heart of its political leadership. The most consequential attack was on the Tehran compound of Iran's supreme leader Ali Khamenei, whose death was later confirmed by Iranian state media. His strikes marked a clear shift in strategy. Rather than pursuing ground invasion or prolonged occupation, US President Donald Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu appeared to be attempting regime change through targeted air power and leadership decapitation. Dozens of Iranian cities, including Tehran, Isfahan, and Qom, were hit in broad daylight attacks designed to achieve operational surprise. Hundreds of military and political targets were reportedly struck, while Iran's already weakened air defense systems struggled to respond effectively. Despite the scale of the assault, there are currently no indications that either Washington or Tel Aviv intends to deploy ground troops. This means Iran's ruling establishment still retains control internally, unless widespread domestic unrest or military defections emerge. Facing what it views as an existential threat, Iran responded quickly. Ballistic missiles and drones were launched towards Israel as well as US bases and allied facilities across the region, including in Bahrain, Qatar, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, and Oman. The retaliation effectively expanded the conflict beyond Iran and Israel, drawing multiple regional actors into the crisis. Yet, early signs suggest the military balance remains heavily uneven. While Iran has managed repeated waves of missile attacks, interception systems have limited large-scale damage. At the same time, Iranian territory has suffered significant casualties, including reports of civilian deaths following strikes that hit non-military locations. Another major concern is the Strait of Hormuz, a narrow maritime corridor through which roughly one-fifth of global oil supplies pass. Iran has signaled attempts to disrupt shipping traffic, raising fears of a global energy shock if the waterway is closed or mined. Meanwhile, the United States has positioned powerful naval assets in nearby waters, including carrier strike groups capable of sustaining extensive air operations for weeks. Analysts believe Iran's missile stockpile could allow retaliation only for a limited period, whereas US and Israeli air campaigns may continue far longer. For Tehran, the options are narrowing. With no clear path to military victory, Iran's immediate strategy may focus on surviving sustained bombardment, retaliating where possible, and maintaining domestic stability.
Now, for President Trump, I don't think he has a regime change or a day after strategy. He has a wish or a hope that by degrading the Iranian state's repressive capacity, the Iranian people can come to the streets and take the matters into their own hands. But this is wishful thinking because the Iranian regime is deeply entrenched, deeply benched, and in contrast, the Iranian people are unarmed, unorganized, fragmented, and don't have the kind of leadership that is required to be able to hold the country together.
The larger question, however, remains unresolved. Without a ground invasion or negotiated settlement, it is unclear how this conflict ends, or whether escalation across the wider region can still be contained. With Farhan Khan, Bureau Report, India Today Global.